Hi, it's Ian. Welcome back to our channel. Just want to have a quick 5 minutes having a little chat about the Chem Mix Pro system, really. I posted a picture of it when it was complete last week in the van, done a little short video that was absolutely pants. It was probably one of the worst things I've ever edited and published, to be fair, and it's on the Chem Mix Pro sort of channel. So if you want to check it out, it's still there. I'll probably just leave it there just as a little keepsake, to be fair, but it really is crap. I don't know what happened. The editing wasn't right and the angles wasn't right, and it was absolutely poo. It was half decent on TikTok, but that was about it. So based on the posting of the picture and this really dodgy video, the amount of interest that we've had in the actual system itself, not just the proportion of the whole system, is absolutely phenomenal. So basically that's going to be something that we move forward with. We're going to get some of these built up in the next couple of weeks, and then obviously we can get them out to you. You know, the interest really has been massive. There will be a version that will run biocide through it as well, but we just literally haven't got round to that at the minute. We've got the manifold to build it with. We've got all the rest of it to build it with, but to be fair, trying to calibrate it for biocide where the percentages are massively different than they are from bleach and whatever else, so you know that's a little job in itself, that. But in the here and now, we're just going to focus on getting these systems built. They are going to be slightly smaller than the one in the back of our van. Main reason being is we've got two side doors. Quite fortunate, really. So in most cases there's only one side door that's available. So we're basically going to make it so it's a one-sided thing. On the side where our hose reel is, the actual controls there and the switches and sockets aren't really for the proportioner. The proportioner's on the other side where it's got a switch, the flow control digital meter, and then it's got the proportioner valve handles themselves. And obviously the one that we're going to build, we're going to just as a standard, basically we want to put the rinse and fill module in it, just so that people have got the opportunity to rinse them valves through. They are stainless steel, so they will take it, but obviously you just need to keep them rinsed through and make sure that you know the constant remaining in bleaches to a minimum, really. Obviously in the tank and all that sort of stuff, but you know, in the actual valves themselves, you need to try and keep that to a minimum. So if we can keep it rinsed through, then that'll be ideal. So we're going to build that in as standard to these systems. So as I said, they're going to be slightly shorter in length. They're not going to take up the whole bulkhead width, if you get me, of the van. So they're going to be just shy of a meter, I think they are. Again, with the reel on the top, exactly the same. We've got enough room in the actual unit itself for your tanks, your battery, your pump, the proportioner. We've actually got an inverter built into ours as well, so that takes up a good 500 mil or something like that, do you know what I mean? Because it is quite a big unit, so that's all on that side where the reel is as well, to be fair. So yeah, these systems, we're literally ordering the stuff as we speak. Well, I've just been busy doing it this morning, and I'm going to be doing it the rest of it this afternoon. Get this stuff in, we should have it in within the next week or two, all of it, and then it's just a matter of putting a couple of them together. And then obviously there is interest in them, real interest in them, and to be fair, I think before we even get round to having one built up, they're going to be sold, to be fair. It is really that keen. Sid from Partridge Exterior Cleanings, you know, really keen on having one. He even commented, you know, saying, you know, what is it? And I've been talking to him since about it. So he's keen on one. And there's quite a few other people out there who've been asking for them. So again, it is positive, it is good. What started off as a proportioner, and you know, was where we were, hence the Chem Mix Pro, chemical mixing proportioner. That's where that name come from. So that was what it was, and within, I don't know, 21 days, I think, it went from being a company making blooming Softwash proportioners to making full systems. So I think that was the area of the market where the niche was, and obviously we've struck right on it. So these are affordable systems, you know, they're not going to break the bank. If we buy through the, or if you buy through the website, we're able to offer you, you know, PayPal credits and stuff like that again. So, you know, these are really affordable to buy. As I said, they're small enough to just stick in the back of your van. You know, we basically hard plumb them into the back of the van ideally. People have been asking about how, you know, where's the water tank. Basically it runs off your existing Bowser. So the Bowser for your jet wash, you know, the Bowser for your window cleaning system, whatever that is. Ideally we need to tee off from that Bowser, allowing you to still run whatever it is that's you know, that's already running out of it. And then, you know, we'll use the other end of the tee, basically, and stick a valve on it just to be able to isolate the system. And then, yeah, it's got a feed straight from your own Bowser. Obviously, if you haven't got a water tank and you're wanting a water tank included in the system, then obviously, you know, you'll have to speak to us about that, because we'll need to look at, you know, getting getting you a water tank. It needs a frame to go in and all that sort of stuff. So ideally these systems are to go in vans that have already got existing tanks in them. As I said, if you haven't got a tank and you're starting off from scratch, that's something that we can sort out for you. It's definitely not a problem. But yeah, you know, that's something that we can cover. So basically that's it. I am going to do a little video a little bit more about the system itself in finer detail, because it was, you know, the video that I did do was a bit of a rush job. I was trying to film two things at once. This will be solely for YouTube, as opposed to trying to please every platform all in one hit. So you won't get to see this on TikTok or anywhere else. This is basically our YouTube video. It'll be shared on our social media, and it'll be shared on Ecowash's social media also. So you'll get to see it. So yeah, that's basically where we're up to with the whole situation. It is literally gone pop, to be fair. We weren't expecting to have that much interest in the system itself. As I said, that was to demonstrate the proportioner there and working, and obviously people took a liking to it, which if I'm being honest, I love it. I was initially thinking of selling it just to you know, get it out there and move it forward, but realistically speaking, we need this version in our van. We need to keep hold of it. It is number one, and unfortunately we'll be keeping hold of that one for now. There's plenty of upgrades that we can make to it. There's all sorts of stuff. Ours hasn't even got a rinse and fill system on it yet, so that's another upgrade that I can talk people through. All of these things will be available on the website as well. So, you know, literally down to the valves, the manifolds, the barbs, you can literally build it all yourself if that's what you want to do, or we're more than happy to build it for you and send it to you in whatever way it is. With regards to the systems, obviously they are a bigger module. Ideally these things will need to be either collected, or we can arrange some sort of delivery, or we can meet you somewhere or whatever. Again, if it needs that we need to plumb it in for you and wire it in for you, then that's perfectly fine. We're more than able and capable of doing that. So again, this is looking like this is where it's going to be heading. As I said, it is literally a water feed and a plug into your battery, basically, and these things will run themselves. With regards to filling them, the rinse and fill system, you literally just disconnect your hose off your hose reel, connect the short hose that will reach the tank, take the lid off the tank, stick that hose in. Where your bleach valve, below the bleach valve, is going to be a three-way valve that is your fill and rinse module on the other side of the bleach tank. So that'll just enable you to either suck up the water out of a can, or it'll enable you to you know, rinse the module straight through and give it a good wash. make sure everything's out of it before you settle it down and leave it for any period of time. So that's basically it for now. We're 10 minutes in of Ian waffling nonsense, so we're trying to I'll basically stick a load of pictures in now, just so you can get to see the stuff in photo form, and then I'll do another video. I'm still trying to re-edit the video that was absolutely pants. The actual content that was recorded was alright, to be fair. The editing on it was absolutely shocking. But it obviously created some interest, so I'm not that bothered. Even the negative, your videos poo, was obviously positive because it got people watching it and whatever else. I'm not bothered. It's got it out there, so that's basically where we're up to. The future's bright. There's futures Chem Mix Pro, I suppose. I can't lose sight of the old, what led us here, which is Ecowash. So obviously I'm gonna have to still pushing forward with our business, if you like, our cleaning company. That's the main reason why we're here doing what we're doing. But yeah, we'll be bringing you these systems as soon as we possibly can, and I look forward to meeting people and and setting you on your soft washing journey. So yeah, all good. Thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you on the next one.